Hello everyone, welcome back to Girls Frontline tomorrow with you. Let's go ahead and continue. My alarm blares as it wakes me from my slumber. I groan as I reach over the bedside table with one hand. Eventually I manage to turn it off. While it might be a Saturday, it's still a school day for Griffin. Apparently Griffin High uses a more traditional schedule for their school days, with a 6-day school week instead of 5. I understand the exact reasoning behind it, but I hate it already. Maybe the dolls can endure such a punishing schedule, but... other schools phased out for good reason. Traditions had to keep up with the times. A knock on my door gets my attention. Well, Rod's voice is slightly muffled. Arise, master. Our daily training awaits and school thereafter. I'm up, well, Rod. I'll be there soon. With another groan, I roll out of bed. After a morning workout, I return to my room to prepare for the rest of the day. Besides school, there is still that meeting I have with Club 404. I hope they're all doing fine. As I head downstairs, Rod glances up at me. Master, you look troubled. Is there something on your mind? Let's see... It's okay, Rod, I'm okay. Rod frowns. She opens her mouth as if to say something, then glances at the clock. In the end, she only sighs. I'll take your word for it, Master. Still, remember, if you ever need anything, I will be there for you. I know, Rod. Thank you for everything that you do. Rod nods and smiles. Now let us be off. The day awaits and we shall face it head on. After arriving at school, I decided to check in with the robotics club. It's been a while since I visited Pt.6, and I'm a little curious to see how she's doing. I overheard her saying something about an event yesterday. I wonder what that could be. As I approach the club room, I hear a lot of muffled voices from behind the door. What is going on? Curious, I slide the door open and step inside. Someone else shuts the door behind me. Oh man, it's a mess in here. The club room is surprisingly crowded. The crowd has formed a circle around something and is cheering loudly. Over their yells, I can make out Pt.6's voice. Oh, that was really close. Crusher barely dodged in time as a blast obliterates the spot where she was a second ago. And she goes in for the melee, but Cookie anticipates the attack and shields herself. Now they circle each other again. From what I'm hearing, South appears to be commenting on some kind of fierce battle. A battle inside school? Is that even legal? I push forward through the crowd, eager to get a better view, and finally arrive at the front row. I look down to see a transparent dome, 2 diner gates inside it. One is painted white, while the other is red. They circle each other, locked in pitched battle. Ah yes, the famed diner gate battles. Satu excitedly runs around the dome, describing the fight as if it were a scene from some mecha anime. As I look closer, I notice that both diner gates seem to be fitted with miniature weapons. They each have miniguns mounted on either side, and energy cannons on their backs. As the fight goes on, I also notice that they have retractable blades in the limbs, the capability to generate energy shields. 2 D-dolls on opposite sides and controllers in their hands, mashing the buttons fiercely as if their lives depended on it. They're completely absorbed in the fight. This is incredible. Pretty good, isn't it? I look behind me. A beautiful regal-looking doll stands beside me. I immediately notice her bright green eyes and long hair, fading from black to blue. Regal-looking doll, bright green eyes, long hair. black to blue. I don't think I know that one. Oh, of course. It's Python. Gotcha. Satsu made the battle diamond gates all by herself. She removed their AI circuits and replaced them with the ones she made. They hunt each other down with various tools of destruction. You're saying she made these diamond gates all by herself? Oh no, just the modifications. She has a steady supply of standard diamond gates from somewhere. I suspect she sneaks over to SF High and steals the ones on their campus. But don't quote me on that, it's just a hunch. Oh, so there's a saying this very high. I'd be interested in to see that. Oh, look over there. The fight's almost over. I turn to see the white diamond gate standing still, one of its legs bent and its shield glitching. The red one slowly advances on it with a knife out. Too cocky. Crusher isn't out of the fight just yet. Red diamond gate raises its knife, exposing its underside as it does so. In an instant, the white diamond gate snaps forward, filling its fully charged energy cannon. The red diamond gate can do nothing as the cannon punches a hole through its underside. It falls to the ground, motionless. The room falls silent for a moment, then a loud cheer goes up from the winning doll's side. And Crusher wins! What a match! None of us were expecting that for sure. Satsu taps her phone screen and the dome retracts. She steps forward and picks up both diner gates. The girls hand their controllers over to Satsu and slip back into the crowd. Hey Satsu, what's all this? Satsu places everything in her hands down on the table and turns around. Her face lights up as she sees me. Shiki, you're here! Hey, come on, you're up next! Satsu runs forward, grasps my arm and drags me to one side of the arena. Wait, at least tell me what's going on. Well, I call this the underground arena. For the last few weeks, we have been building these battle dino gates in the robotics club. I'm gonna see just how I could optimize their combat capabilities while still keeping their cute appearances. Cute? I look at the array of dino gates laid out on the table. She's not wrong. Therefore, I organize this battle to find the most powerful dino gate, and everyone gets to have fun. When I told Rose, she scolded me for wasting my time in frivolous pursuits. It's not wasted time if you're enjoying it. Satsu pouts. She insisted on a plexiglass dome though. If you're going to do this, you're going to need some protection. That's what she said. I was just going to draw a circle of chalk and call it a day. Oh, I see. That's good. Anyway, it's your turn now. Come here. Satsu takes me to the side. There are two diner gates with the controls laid on the table. These ones seem to be in perfect condition. These two diner gates are the strongest so far. They won all their battles without scratch. She picks up the purple and silver diner gates along with its controller. The diner gate whips out two long blades and takes a battle stance. As fast as lightning, it swipes in the air with the blades. It jumps and dances around, stopping only to fire a short burst of energy from its mounted gun. I jump back to avoid the blast. The ground where I was standing moments ago is now scorched. Satsu, you could hurt someone with these. Don't worry. Although the high-frequency blades and energy ammo can tear dino gates apart, they are harmless to T-dolls. And what about humans? That, Satsu has a sheepish smile on her face. There's only one way to find out, isn't there? What the I'm just kidding. The battle takes place inside the glass dome, so there's no way you could get hurt. That's not good enough. What about right now? And high-frequency blades certainly don't sound safe for anyone. I was controlling the diner gate. I wouldn't hurt you even by accident. Cheeky. Don't you trust me? Oh boy. Satu looks like she's about to cry and give in. After all, she was in control the whole time, wasn't she? I do, Satu. Now tell me about these diner gates. Her face lights up once again.
Anyway, this mod is a Zeta. Fast and agile. Focused on melee attacks. What it lacks in firepower, it makes up for in speed.
Oh boy, a blue and red one. Satu puts it away and picks up the red and blue diner gates. While it might be slower, it is far bigger and sturdier and packs a larger range of attacks.
And this is the Sentinel, built purely for raw firepower and strength. You get knives, plasma rifle, miniguns, and an energy cannon. Isn't that so cool?
She places both diner gates on the table again and turns to me.
Come on, choose your fighter.
I will go with... Let's see... I do like speed. I choose the faster diner gate. I feel that skill and technique will matter more than who has the biggest gun.
Oh, interesting choice. Most people would have gone for the stronger one.
Satu pushes the controller into my hands.
Here, take this. I'll teach you how to use it.
She explained the controls to me. They are surprisingly intuitive. Within minutes, I'm ready to start.
Alright, Cheeky, your opponent will be... me.
You? Aren't you organizing this whole thing?
Yes, but that doesn't mean I can't participate. And guess what? You're up against a prototype version of my new project.
The one you were talking about during lunch?
Exactly. Meet Banana Mark Zero.
Oh, banana! She produces a yellow and black diner gate. It has no visible weapons, yet gives off a menacing aura for some reason. We move to opposite sides of the circle, the crowd cheering us on. As we set the diner gates down, the Satu comes over to me and whispers in my ear.
Let's speak a little bit to spice things up, shall we? It's just for fun, so please.
Sure, why not? What do you suggest?
If you win, you get to be the Robotics Club head until summer break. If I win, then you're coming along with us tomorrow and treating us for the whole day. Sounds good?
Alright, wait, what do you mean tomorrow? The Satu doesn't wait for my reply. She returns to her corner and pulls out her phone once more.
Ready? Go!
She taps the screen and the glass dome closes once again. What is she planning? Satu puts her phone away and turns to her diner gate.
Banana, launch!
The diner gate's front panel lights up and it rushes towards mine. I barely manage to get the shield up in time as it hits mine with a knife, pops out a gun on its back and rains bullets. As the fight goes on, the difference in our skills becomes increasingly apparent. I can do nothing but try to dodge and shield against Banana's relentless onslaught on Zeta.
Bang bang, destroy them all!
Satu is completely immersed in the match. She has a glint in her eyes and a wide smile as she makes Banana rain hell on my diner gate. For the first time since I've met her, Satu is scaring me a bit. I can feel her bloodlust and my hands are shaking involuntarily. I just need to wait for an opening and strike. My chance soon arrives. Banana fires an energy beam and stands still for 1 second. In that 1 second, I make Zeta leap towards Banana, both knives outstretched. Satu doesn't have enough time to dodge or block. But Zeta seems to freeze midair just before contact, dropping to the ground and seemingly shutting down. I hit every button on my controller, but the diner gate doesn't respond.
Yeah, that's close. Amazing, Shiki. I actually had to use Banana's secret weapon to win in the end.
Cheers go up all around. Aw, that's not fair. I didn't have a secret weapon.
All is fair in love and war, and this is full-blown diner gate warfare.
God, I can never keep up with this girl. Right now, her menacing aura has completely disappeared, and she's back to her usual self. Hey, Satu. During our match, you scared me for a moment. I had this feeling like you were about to rip and tear.
Eh? What?
She's confused for a second, and then the realization hits her.
Oh, sorry about that, Cheeky. I was enjoying the bell so much that I forgot where I was. Don't worry, you're my friend. I would never hurt you.
Before I can react, Sop 2 runs forward and hugs me, leading the crowd to cheer and applaud again. Sop 2, it's okay. Now get out of me before you crush me into a pulp. I push her off and give the controller back to her. We all start cleaning out the club room. The bell is about to ring at any moment now. I take this opportunity to ask Sop 2 one thing. Sop 2, about her bet.
Right, tomorrow me, M4, Ro, M16, and Star, let's hang out this morning. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I want you to come along as well. Do you have any plans for tomorrow?
Can't say I have.
Perfect. You're coming with us then. I'll ask him for to send you a message after we decide all the details.
Just then the bell rings. Having cleaned up, I pick up my bag and head out. See you later, Sop 2.
Later, Shiki, and don't forget to shop tomorrow.
I won't. Feeling lighthearted, I head into class and sit down, humming to myself. A short while later, Miss Springfield walks in and the first lesson of the day begins. Just like before, the cafeteria is packed to the brim. Every seat I can see is taken by the time I get my food. Truth be told, that's not really a bad thing either. After the morning's activities and classes, I'm not sure if I really want to spend an hour or so in such a noisy place. I'd rather go somewhere quieter. Where could I go though? Let's see, where to go? Classroom, rooftop, probably in the classroom. Maybe the corridor? Rooftop. My chances of seeing M16 might be high. The classroom, maybe I'll hang out with Springy. The corridor, maybe where the clubs are. Let's take a peek at the corridor. Nah, that wouldn't work. I can't just sit down in the middle of the corridor to eat. Standing around there eating would just be weird. Okay, classroom, rooftop. Maybe rooftop? That actually might work. That's just as peaceful as I remember it. I quietly shut the door behind me with my foot. It's like turning down the volume of a TV. The noise just seems to fade away. The roof might be off limits to students. What's like Saw 2 said, since when did anyone care about that? Oh dear, the others are starting to become quite the influence on me. I shake my head and make my way over to the nearby bench. As long as I keep track of time or listen for the bell, I can eat here in peace and be back in time for class. Yo, it's M16 in the summer. Who else could it be? My tray clatters noisily onto the table as I nearly trip over myself in surprise. Alright, M16 on the summer, good to see you again. Fancy meeting you here, Shiki. How did I not see her, sitting at the other bench? The cardboard box isn't even around this time. M16 on the summer, it's good to see you again. Is she master of stealth or something? M16, how did you... What are you doing here? M16 shrugs. Just enjoying the view. What? Huh? She sets down a silver flask on the bench, then sweeps her hand out of a manner that reminds me of Welrod. My eyes follow her gesture, turning to azure skies above. A flock of birds fly past in the distance, vanishing behind the fluffy white clouds. Pretty, isn't it? Yes, like you. It's pretty much a landscape painting brought to life. Oh. Yeah. M16 raises an eyebrow at my response. What did you think I meant, cheeky? We all can't have your charm, you know. I cough and sputter. It's all good, don't worry. She gives me a smile and a wink. There's a smile and a blink. It's hard to tell with that eye patch of hers. That being said, what about you, Shiki? Huh? M16 points towards my tray with her other hand. Do you want this place to yourself for lunch? Let's see. No. Stay, M16. Stay. I'm fine with you here. Well, if you're fine with it, don't mind if I do. M16 reaches for her flask and takes a long swig from it. She sighs happily and places it back down, tapping it several times against the bench as she does so. That really hits a spot. Anyways, I'll stay over here and can take that bench over there. There's plenty of space for the two of us. I nod and set my things down. After a quick glance at my smartphone to check the time, I dig in. So, Shiki. I glance up for my food. Yes? Don't mind me asking, but did you come up here to get away from it all for a bit? Good question, M16. What did I want to do here? Not really. I knew you'd be up here. I get that. M16 takes another drink from her flask. Nothing wrong with that. After all, we're all free creatures, aren't we? Free to do whatever we want, free to feel however we want. Freedom's a wonderful thing, isn't it? That's something unexpected. I feel like I'm way too young to be thinking about philosophy. I guess? M16 chuckles and shakes her head. There I go again. Don't mind me, Shiki. It's okay, M16. Still, if you don't mind me saying this, you're hardly what I expected. M16 raises an eyebrow again. Oh? I mean, you're a prefect, and everyone appears to look up to you in one way or another. I just wouldn't have expected a role model like you to be so easy with the rules. Well, those other dolls aren't around now, are they? M16 shrugs. Honestly, I'm no role model. Never was. Just an older doll who's seen and experienced too much. She sighs and takes another swig from her flask. Student council, papers, you can guess the rest, Shiki. Still, doesn't the student council have more important things to do than paperwork? Isn't that what the discipline committee does anyway? Student council, discipline committee, what does it matter? Somebody's gotta do the dirty work. Potato, potato. Doesn't make the job any less important though. After all, every task is important, even the small ones. I see. M16 nods. Besides, Shiki, followers are just as important as leaders. How would you like to be a commander with no one to command? Without the conversation is going, I wonder why M16 isn't already teaching in philosophy class. Isn't it supposed to be lunchtime, M16? Why am I still in class? M16 chuckles. Never stop learning, kiddo. Speaking of that. M16 raises her flask to her lips, then decides against it for some reason. She gets the flask down and gets to her feet. Thank you, Shiki. Huh? She bows to me, then straightens up and gives me a crisp military salute. Hey, no need for all that. You're welcome. I'm not sure what you're thanking me for, though. M16 chuckles and relaxes her stance. You're a good influence on the others, Shiki. On everyone, I'd say. Colleen is putting in more effort into her classes, well, comparatively, but progress is progress. Planet 4 is Star and Saw too, even Ro. You've helped them grow, Shiki. Maybe more than you realize. You're close, right? All 5 of you? M16 nods. They're like sisters to me. I love them for who they are, flaws and all. And I won't hesitate to help them out however I can if they need me. Still, I know that in one way or another, they're all relying on me. And that's fine. I have the experience, so I might as well put it to use. But I won't always be there to drag their asses out of the fire, and birds don't learn to fly by just staying in their nest forever. 16 turns to look at the sky once more. They're gonna spread their wings and soar. They're going to leave the nest. Lunchtime is over already. Well, that's that. Let's get to class, Shiki. And don't worry, I won't tell a soul you're here. Again. I laugh and gather my things. I feel fairly confident in taking M16 at a word. Besides, she can't tell others I was here. Not without selling herself out, that is. Thank you, M16. I'll see you around. I really like how M16 looks in this. The rest of the school day goes by in a blur. Truth be told, I don't really understand this older schedule Griffin is using. Our education is important, but still, 6 days of school in a week? That's just overly exhausting, both physically and mentally. This doesn't help that everyone was getting increasingly antsy as the day went on. I don't think I can remember anything from the lessons earlier. Saved by the bell. I heave a sigh of relief and begin packing my things. Rather than head out immediately, I had to take my time and let everyone else go first. After all, I don't want to be caught up in the stampede. Oh, I bet that's gonna be, what's her face? AK? 47? Yappa! The adults were all rushed for their classroom doors, pushing and shoving to be the first to leave. I suppose that's part of the learning experience. All sorts of human interactions. As I wait for the rush to die down, my phone vibrates in my pocket. I pull it out and check the screen. 2 new texts from 9.
Hey Yoshiki, don't forget you're meeting with us.
Waves.
There's a whole bunch of other dolls here at the gates. It's like a flood. Don't worry, just go here instead.
A third text pops up. A location pin on a street not too far away from the school. It's in a shopping district, but not exactly in it.
See ya.
I guess I know where I'm heading then. It takes me about 15 minutes to walk to the location 9 sent me. While I might have been worn out by the walk in the past, it's now nothing I can't handle. Wellrod's daily exercise is truly a blessing. I type a quick message to Wellrod as I walk, let her know my plans for a day. While I may not have a curfew, I still intend to be back home at a reasonable time. Understood, Master. Be safe and enjoy your day. If you need anything, let me know. As I slip my phone back into my pocket, my vision goes dark as what feels like a pair of hands cover my eyes from behind. That laughter is awfully familiar.
Guess who, Shiki?
No, 45, maybe, 45? I was 9.
Aw, you're so close, Shiki.
A moment later, my vision returns. I skips into my sight, a large grin on her face.
Wow, you're not just punctual, Shiki, you're early.
She certainly has plenty of energy for someone just leaving school on the weekend. Thanks?
It's good to see you.
I give 9 a smile as I glance around the street. The other members of Club 404 don't appear to be anywhere around. Say 9, where are the others?
Oh, 460 and G11 went to get drinks, while Sis said she'll be running a little late.
9 winks.
Nothing to worry about, Cheeky. They'll be along shortly.
Right, so, why here, of all places?
The food, of course.
Huh? Glance around the street again. There doesn't appear to be any shops or stores nearby, and the shopping district is back the way I came.
Oh, first time then.
9 points towards a nearby alley. What appears to be a ramen cart has set up shop just inside the alley, next to the entrance.
Don't let its looks fool you. This place has the best ramen around, huge portions and cheap too. All things considered, it's half decent.
Both 9 and me turn towards a familiar voice.
416, hey Angelic G11.
9 pinches G11's cheek, getting wince from the other doll.
Awake at last, aren't you? Oh, is it an iced coffee? Gimme. Ow, not so hard.
HK 416 sighs and bats 9's hand away from G11. I'd pay for that coffee, 9. I'd rather not see my hard-earned money go to waste.
Oh, so you do care.
As if.
Oh, maybe I should release those pictures of you looking at G11 then. After all, they paired great with Dun.
HK 416 goes pale and spins around.
Don't you fucking dare, 45.
45 only smirks in response.
Sis, you're here at last. Man, you're really working overtime in the club room. Or did you just want some privacy to hang out with? I'm here now, aren't I, 9? Don't worry about those little details. You got it.
9 throws her hands up in the air and lets out an excited squeal.
It's awesome having everyone here like this. Family time.
I can't tell but feel like I'm intruding on something private, even as I watch them interact as a group. 45 appears slightly distant, but I can tell she's constantly watching over everyone. 9 knows everyone's food orders and preferences. They're regular here, it seems. 416 complains, and the rest lack any actual bite. They're almost good-natured, and G11...
Sleepy. Oh, come on, you lazy ass. Wasn't that coffee good enough for you?
How can you bring yourself to hate on her?
Alright, everyone, time to dig in.
Apparently, the food was ready way sooner than I expected. Everything's all neatly packed in plastic containers. 9 hums a merry tune as she distributes sets of plastic cutlery and chopsticks to everyone. I glance around the area as I take my seat. There's no table or chairs in sight. Are you going to find a bench or something elsewhere? 45 chuckles. She leans against a nearby wall, and the Recyclo 404s follow suit, making themselves comfortable in their own ways.
There's no need for that. Yep, after all we really need is our family. Alright, I'm gonna start first.
9 rips out the covers of the plastic containers. Wow, that actually smells really good. It's as if I've just walked in an uptown ramen restaurant. Rather than split the food amongst themselves, dolls all take spoonfuls directly from the containers. Someone nudges me on my side. I blink and turn to find 45 looking at me. She smirks.
Not exactly what you're used to, is it, Cheeky?
Let's see.
Doesn't hurt to try new things.
45 blinks.
That's so.
45 gestures towards one of the plastic containers. This one holds several small dumplings.
Go ahead, try one. In fact, I insist.
Okay then. Following her advice, I pick up one of the dumplings with my chopsticks and take a bite. It takes a few moments for the taste to kick in. Or rather, the fire and spice.
After all, they're known as incendiary grenades. Water!
How can something that spicy exist? That's a fire hazard right there. Laughter fills my ears as I grab my backpack, searching for my water bottle.
Oh, you okay, Shiki? You look like you're on fire.
G11 doesn't respond or comment on my situation. Perhaps that's because she's fallen asleep again, her face buried in the ramen broth. Oh, G11.
Come on, girl.
Eventually, after downing the entire bottle, the heat subsides. I groan and lean against the wall, trying to catch my breath. Standing in the corner of the street, sharing a meal with a group of friends, playing pranks on each other, even. All these experiences are new to me.
Ahem.
Yes, 45? What do you need? 45 claps her hands together, getting the attention of the other T-dolls.
Alright, listen up everyone. Fun's over. Work time.
After the meal, we head back towards the school. There's still a few other dolls lingering around. They appear to be part of different clubs. Music drifts out from one of the classrooms. As we walk towards the clubroom, a piece of paper stuck to the wall catches my eye. It appears to be a poster of some kind, advertising something. Griffin Talent Night.
Shiki, come on. You're gonna get left behind.
I shake my head and turn my attention back to 9. Right, sorry. As we head into the clubroom, I notice another one of those posters stuck to the door. 45 pulls it off and shuts the door behind her. In the music festival, the music from earlier is barely audible.
Alright everyone, first off, our latest funding request didn't get completely rejected this time. Fucking finally. Nice.
UMP45 smirks.
So on behalf of Club 404, thank you very much, Shiki.
No problem.
Next up, the student council elections. Everyone knows their assignments.
G11 yawns and, to my surprise, raises her hand. 45 nods in her direction.
Take pictures. Write articles.
Take pictures and write articles.
Good. That's settled.
45 raises the poster in her hand and waves about.
We'll cover this event as well in the same way. We already have some stuff on the band, but this solo guitar act's pretty intriguing. Verse 16, G11. See if you can get any words from this. And 200. Preferably sometime soon.
And ready, let's go. HK for 16 grunts, G11 nods sleepily. 45 turns to me.
Shiki, if you have time to spare, we certainly won't turn down any help from you.
Of course. 45 smirks and nods, then looks away.
Oh, and 9, don't forget to check in with our contact regarding the latest student gossip. You got it, sis.
Club 404 isn't as laid back as some people might think.
Why do I always keep losing at this game?
Get good.
Damn lag.
Sure, they may not have the finest reputation, but that doesn't mean they're shirking their duties either. They don't put on airs or appearances with anyone. They certainly put in as much effort as other dolls in their work and plans. Maybe more even. It's a shame that this seems to go unnoticed. But perhaps they prefer it that way.
Sis, come kick 416's ass already.
UMP45 looks up from her computer.
Not right now, 9. I'm busy.
HK416 glances over at 45's screen and snorts. I don't blame you, 45. That's a critically acclaimed MMO where you can play through our entirely base game and the award-winning first expansion for free, and there are restrictions on playtime. Oh, is that Final Fantasy? Oh boy.
Considering all that, do you really still want to make money off of carrying randoms in those raids? Or do you have no sense of pride whatsoever? I'm the only one of us living outside the dorms.
Oh, really?
In the flat, you mean?
45 pauses. She slowly reaches for her phone with one hand and begins texting. I want to visit 45's place. My phone vibrates in my pocket. I pull out the check. A new text from 45.
Shiki, play along before 16 for now. Just keep her distracted. Thanks.
Let's see. Okay, 45. Whatever you say. I have to admit, I'm curious about this. I'll give it a go for 16. HK for 16 turns to look at me.
Huh. Do you even play video games, Shiki?
Well, I suppose that mobile game on my phone does count, right?
Never mind. Get over here.
HK for 16 drags over another plastic chair with her foot and gestures to it. I take the offered seat and look at the computer screen. It's some sort of fighting game with two stick figures moving back and forth. HK for 16 points to the keyboard.
2 buttons, jump and kick. 2 actions, jump and kick. Easy to understand and play.
Okay. It's a lot easier said than done. The controls aren't the problem. HK for 16, however, she reminds me of Star a little. Whatever it is she's doing, she excels. She definitely isn't holding back at this game.
Well, you lasted longer than 9 at least.
Thanks. I guess that's a compliment. After all, dolls have vastly superior reflexes as compared to us humans.
And now, gotcha!
HK for 16 squeals as UMP9 dumps an entire bucket of water over her head. I jump back to avoid getting splashed. Fortunately, I managed to avoid the worst of it.
So that was 45's plan, huh?
What the fuck? HK for 16, soaking wet, spins around and glares at 45.
9? 45?
45 smirks. She taps her phone once, and the click of her phone's camera reaches my ears.
You flat bitch!
Oh no, you said it now for 16. I can't help you there. You just signed your death warrant. HK for 16 lunges at 45, trying to grab the phone. Water flies everywhere with her movements.
Delete that! Shell for 16. It'd be a shame to lose such a great memento from our day with Shiki, don't you think?
45 turns around and raises her phone high above her head. 9 flashes a peace sign as 45 takes another photo.
Best to have a spare.
Ah! HK for 16 storms off, muttering under her breath.
Ooh, nice one. Thanks, Shiki.
I nod, still a bit confused, and glance over at 45. Will she be okay? 45 shrugs as she puts her phone away.
Don't worry about it. She just needs to cool off a while.
Right. Over 45's shoulder, I would catch sight of the time on the clock. Well, it's getting pretty late. Well, I have to get going. Thank you for inviting me out today. It certainly was quite the experience.
No problem. Have a safe trip back, Shiki. Bye-bye. Thanks for hanging out with us, Shiki. You're always welcome here.
I smile and say my goodbyes as I gather my things, sending a quick text to Wellrod as I go. I'm completely exhausted by the time I get back home. Saying goodnight to Wellrod, I head to my room and to wash up and prepare for bed. As I slip under welcoming covers my blanket, my phone lights up with a text on my bedside table. I reach over and grab it, wincing at the lights on my screen. One new text from M4.
Hello there, Shiki. I apologize if I'm disturbing you at this hour.
Huh. It's okay. I was just about to go to bed anyways.
Oh, well, I apologize for keeping you up.
It's no trouble on 4. Really. It takes a few minutes for our next test to come in.
It's no good. How do I ask him? Star? Number 16? Top 2? Row?
What?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to send that to you.
It's okay, M4. You said you wanted to ask me something?
Yes.
Okay, well, feel free to ask just me directly for M4. I'll listen.
Thank you, Shiki. Well, me and everyone else are meeting up tomorrow. That's Star, M16, South 2, and Row. I was wondering if you'd like to join us. It would be nice to spend time together.
Alright, saw you mentioned that earlier. I suppose I did lose that bet. Sure thing.
Great! Well, we'll be meeting at the mall at 10 a.m. in the morning. Do join us there. Everyone will be happy to see you. Good night, Shiki. Take care.
Okay, you too, M4. I placed my phone back on the bedside table and pulled up the covers and drifted off to sleep.
Well.
It's a new day and I think I'm gonna end it here for today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe tell me who your favorite girl is. Or maybe Krieger, or Shiki-kun himself. If you want to play this for yourselves, the links will be provided down below in the description and comments. And if you want to watch more visual novels, please do subscribe. Anyways, thank you, and take care.